Man, just another night at home. Wish I had something to do. Only if there's some sort of audio that could change my life, change my perspective, maybe help me revisit some old friends. Holy shit, what is this? Pop Culture Reflections? Starring J-Pop himself, the pride of Pennsylvania? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Pop Culture Reflections is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. Justin, host of Pop Culture Reflections, homie for life now. He brings you those nostalgic podcasts. He brings you those feelings of yesteryear. It makes you feel something inside, whether it's music, movies, wrestling. He touches on it all. So motherfuckers, listen to fucking Pop Culture Reflections right here on the You Run Podcast Network. What up, everybody? Welcome to Greg Hasn't Seen It, part of the You Gonna Eat That Crust expanded universe. Do I have a cast of motherfuckers with us today? Wow. Just nobody you'd want to be in a train with. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, with me, my always sexiest varicose veins in New England, the motherfucker sweatpants overlord, Gregory James Hoey. Greg, what's good, baby?
They might want to run a train with us.
Oh,
Ew. Gross.
I'm out.
Human Centipede. I haven't seen it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah. Also with me tonight, the pride of Pennsylvania, the pop overlord. He's a sporty spice of podcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy J-Pop. What's good, Justin?
I am spicy. Still not the pride of Pennsylvania, though.
Whatever.
One day.
Also, the most dynamic Detroit duo there is, and I'm counting all the big ones. I hope they think Kiss sucks as much as I do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sean and John Jovi? It's the Dewey Pod Monster Boys. What's up, motherfuckers?
Kiss sucks.
We do hate Kiss, but we enjoy bad Gene Simmons movies.
So I've never seen Gene Simmons in a film, except maybe, is he even in Detroit Rock City?
I don't know, but he's in Never Too Young to Die, where he basically plays this is what the movie calls him, transvestite warlord called Ragnar the something or other, and he's essentially doing a Frankenfurter impersonation while trying to kick the shit out of John Stamos and steal the water from like any town, suburban USA.
And that's what's coming up next on Greg Hasn't Seen It.
It's actually Gary, Indiana.
I will watch that movie again with no complaint. I love that movie. So
I've seen him without his makeup, and I've seen enough.
All right. Yeah. Great. I think it's time to end the awkward handshakes, by the way. I went to go shake, I ran into a guy that I knew, and I'm like, yo, what up? And then we went to, go reach in for the handshake, but then it turned into a fist bump, then back into a handshake and a fist bump. And I think I'm just going to abolish the handshake altogether now. Strictly fist bumping and fisting from here on out.
I've moved on to I only fist bump things if they're inside of a basket. Otherwise, don't fucking touch me.
Fantastic. Well, we're not here to talk about fist bumping today. John, why don't you give us just a little bit of insight? What the fuck we're all doing here today?
So we're here because we like to torture Greg with movies that he should have seen 20 to 30 years ago, like the rest of us. And this month we decided, I think this was an agreed upon pick, so I don't think anyone in particular picked it, but we decided that Greg needs to watch the movie Basketcase. It came out in 1982, and I'm going to turn it over to Justin for a minute, and he's going to let us know a little bit of the plot and the synopsis in this one, and then I'll come back around and go over the cast.
Sure. Released April 2nd, 1982. Written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. The young dude carries his formerly conjoined brother, Krang, a.k.a. Belial in a basket and releases him to wreak havoc on all that have done them wrong and have Krang sex with their shared girlfriend. That's pretty much the movie.
I don't know why, but I like that you called him Krang because I have never thought of him as Krang, even though it's very accurate. So
He's more of a boglin.
Oh, wow. That's a deep
I don't know
deep
that reference.
callback.
So
Boglin was this like slimy ass puppet toy that came out in the 80s. You put your hand in it. It's almost like your first time fingering a girl, but a little troll guy. And his eyes
like a
popped out
flashlight for
shit.
kids.
Yeah, my first flashlight.
My first flashlight.
Google it. You'll thank me later.
It sounds like I might have to make a purchase later, but let's get back onto the topic at hand. We're talking about Basketcase, and Basketcase is one of those movies that doesn't have a whole lot of people that you're really going to know unless you're a fan of Frank Henenlotter. This movie, along with the majority of his films, he finds a lot of people that are going to work on the cheap, and they kind of do maybe one or two movies with him, and that's about it. In this movie, we have Kevin Van Hentenryck, who plays Dwayne. He's also in all three of the Basketcase movies, Brain Damage and The Catskill Chainsaw Redemption. Haven't seen that, but it sounds pretty cool. We have Terry Susan Smith, who plays Sharon. The only other thing that she's in like one or two episodes of a TV show, but she was in the band The Tattooed Vegetables. They're a San Francisco punk band that I've never heard, but I like the name.
Me too.
Beverly Bonner is in this movie. She is a Frank Henenlotter regular. She's also in Frankenhooker, Brain Damage, and all the other Basketcase movies, as well as Massage Parlor Murders. I believe, if I remember right, she's one of the first sex workers that Henenlotter put into his film because he wanted to get them SAG credits, which I think is awesome. That he did this a lot with Frankenhooker too, where he would just find different sex workers, whether they're strippers, hookers, whatever the case may be, and put them in his film just so they can get SAG credits, which are amazing. And then we have also in this film, as an actor and a director, we have Frank Henenlotter, who plays Belial as his hand occasionally. Whenever you see a hand of Belial, it's Frank. Yes, lots of screaming. I don't believe he does the voice, but he's the hand of the hand of Belial. He's also directed, again, Frankenhooker, Brain Damage, the other Basketcase movies. He's an all-around favorite of mine. Then on the effects side, we have John Caglione Jr. He was the lead effects artist on this film. He also did The Blob from 1988. I know at least one person in this room, probably two, are big fans of that movie. The Tick, the TV show, Chud, Friday the 13th Part 2, and also worked on The Dark Knight. And then last and certainly not least is Kevin Haney. He designed Belial. Some of the other stuff that he worked on, Greg, you'll like this. He did the makeup on Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Ooh.
He also did work on Guardians of the Galaxy and Shawshank Redemption, and both Caglione and Haney have like hundreds of credits under their belt at this point. So those are the main people that are worth bringing up. There's a lot of other people that I don't know who they are. I'm guessing most people don't. They're just kind of whoever happened to be around and could get in the movie. And that's kind of a good place to kind of switch gears, and we'll go around and kind of just ask everyone their history with this movie. I'm going to start with Sean because he's been kind of quiet so far because we've all been talking over him. Sorry, Sean. Sean, what's your history with the movie Basketcase?
I've seen it a couple times, but I don't have a big history. I wanted to mention Beverly Bonner had a variety show out of her apartment on public access in New York. That's not in her credit list. But
Unfortunately,
you can find tapes. Yeah, you can find tapes. But yeah, I've seen Basketcase a couple times. I always got it confused with It's Alive, the It's Alive series, because I think there's like a deformed. I don't even know what to call Belial, so pardon me, but like some kind of monopod, double armed thing. But yeah, so I've seen it a couple times, but I'm a big fan of Henenlotter's work.
I think that it and them is Belial's pronoun, Sean.
Are you sure?
Henenlotter referred to him as a blob with tentacles, so take that how it goes.
You sure about that?
I know. I'm sure that's what Henenlotter called him. Yes, you can play that drop the whole time. I will have an answer every time. Let's go to Ryan. Ryan, I honestly have no idea if you've seen this before, if this is a first watch for you. So what's your history with this one?
Look, I don't want to interrupt you when you were talking, but this was actually my idea, okay?
Was
Let's
it?
get that.
Even better.
Yeah, let's get that out right now. Okay.
Lies.
My connection with this movie is okay. First off, Greg, I can't blame you for not have seen this movie. Okay, this is I can understand. I found this movie like I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, like whenever my mom had any extra money or anything, I'd want a fucking copy of Fangoria magazine. Like, and that's when I learned about all the fucking cult movies and shit that I know about now. And that's how I learned a lot about fucking all the early horror movies I was into. And I always remember I bought the Basketcase issue. It might have been the second Basketcase. I don't fucking remember. But, and that, brought me to eventually having to rent it as a young child and just being totally baffled and confused as much as I still am after watching it again today.
Justin, how about you?
USA Up All Night, bitches. This was one of the big ones. This was one of the movies why I fucking loved that block of television because it fucking like twisted my mind up as a kid. I didn't know what the fuck I was watching, but I knew I liked it. So it was one that I always looked for on USA Up All Night. And then eventually I rented it as well, as we've talked so many times about the video stores of our youth and how impactful it was for us. And this was one that I went back to quite a bit. And even though I wasn't as familiar with the director's work, growing up, this was the movie that I always came back to of his. And it's fucking batshit wonderful.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't remember exactly when I saw this, or I want to say I saw this after Frankenhooker, but I could be wrong about that. I don't remember at the moment. But I also am a big fan of Henenlotter. He's easily one of my all-around favorite directors just because he's got such a wacky point of view on everything, and he brings it to his every film that he makes. And he also seems to be like a legit human as far as how he treats his actors, even though I don't know if paying them is part of how he treats them, but everything else he seems like he treats them pretty well. So I've never heard an actor that's talked about working on a Henenlotter movie that said anything negative about him or the production. So that's probably a good thing, seeing as they almost never have money around his movies. So, Greg, I agree with Ryan. This is a movie that I could totally see how you would have missed this. This is a little off the beaten path. It's not like a mainstream film. Even today, with it being, I feel like this movie's on just about every streaming platform because the rights must be really cheap for it. But I could see how you would kind of be like, I don't know what this thing is, and just move over it. What were your thoughts going into Basketcase?
Well, first off, I got some joints, dime bags, rainbows, weed, Valium, THC, mescaline, acid, coke, speed, angel dust, tranquilizers, Quaaludes, rock, morphine. What do you want, some girls? What the fuck is wrong with you? The first time I heard about this movie was actually Dewey Pod Monster Podcast. I listened to your guys' episode on it, and as always, I'm like, what the fuck are these guys watching? This is some weird ass fucking shit. And I want to say I've heard Justin talk about this movie. Scott's talked about this movie. So basically, the You Run podcast, I've heard it through there. I saw the cover. It looked absolutely ridiculous. There's obviously multiple covers. First impressions, Dwayne's hair is amazing. I'm extremely jealous of Dwayne's hair. And it's awesome.
It still looks like that, by the way.
So that's amazing. It's awesome to hear that the guy from Dewey Cox had some things in it, because that might have been the best halving since Dewey Cox. The vertical halving or the horizontal halving, the guy gets cut in half. So it was just a wild ride. I just put it at that. Hilarious, absolutely ridiculous. Right when I saw Belial, I thought of a Boglin. Look up the Boglin toy. It's hilarious. And what a ride.
And that's as good a place as any to start talking about stuff we like or don't like about this. And Greg, I'm going to let you just go ahead and lead us off and keep going there. Why don't you list off anything you want, good, bad, indifferent, however you want to start us?
Like the doctor scene where he sends him to get the address book. Like anytime Belial attacks, to me, it was hilarious. A lot of hand placement. I forgot the other movie we watched where there was all those hand kills.
Pumpkinhead,
yes. The one we just did.
It's a low budget trick, Greg. You're going to get used to seeing that. So.
all the eating scenes were hilarious to me, like when he's just dumping in hamburgers, and the sound effects for Belial were hilarious. Anytime they saw him, he's like, It made me laugh. The scene where Dwayne's drunk with the girl and he's telling her how he's got a Siamese twins, and they both look at each other and like, "That's funny. You don't look Oriental." And they both say it at the same time. Just so many hilarious lines. Again, it was funny because the acting was so cheesy. I mean, again, I don't know if this is done on purpose, but it was very entertaining. So I mean, the acting, of course, was a positive, even though it was bad. And to me, the crotch grab at the end reminded me of when Mac grabs Sweet D by the crotch and lifts her up. That's all I thought about when I saw that. And
I wouldn't be surprised if they stole that from this movie. It wouldn't shock me at all. So
yeah, maybe it's a little nod to that. And then like I said, the noises Blau makes, his movements are hilarious. And then the TV scene when he got mad and just started wrecking the room was hilarious. Anytime he was like, it almost looked like claymation or whatever when they showed him, when it was like so cheesy and he's just like kind of like roaming around on the ground. Belial loves to feel up some titties too.
you nailed it. So Sean, Justin, I'm sure one of you is going to take one of my points that I really like about this movie, but whoever wants to jump in, go ahead and keep us rolling here.
I mean, I think just right off the bat, the thing that I love about Henenlotter's movies is they're all filmed in this particular time frame when, and I'm sure Justin's going to touch on this, it's like that gritty New York, like underground kind of feel to it. It's like it takes you back to before Times Square was Times Square, before, I mean, when it was Times Square of all the peep shows, and like Greg mentioned right off the get-go, that guy's like trying to sell him all these different drugs and stuff. It's like this, you couldn't make a movie like this today, probably for more reasons than one. But yeah, that's one of the things I really liked about it. I like Beverly Bonner's performance in particular because she just adds this kind of like levity to the whole thing. And she's like, you know, she's a prostitute. When you meet her the first time, she's letting some lecherous dude in her apartment, you know, he's like feeling on her ass and shit. And she becomes friends with the brothers. And one of my favorite scenes is in the movie theater. They're watching the movie and that guy just comes up and he steals Belial in the basket. And he takes him in the bathroom, and with his like, I don't know, purple combat boots with like I don't know what are on the laces or whatever. He just kind of like steps on the lock. He just barely touches it and the whole thing just falls off. And this creature is supposed to be secured in this basket. And it's just like, you know, you could have just blew on it the wrong way and it would have fallen off. And like, how did this thing not break off? And I think going off the Beverly Bonner thing, the other thing that I really like about this movie, like Greg said, it's cheesily acted, but all these characters are so distinct and quirky and have their own personalities. It's like you're in this world of watching this movie when you're you know, when it's as it's going, it's like all these people feel so distinct and feel like different people that you're like, this is really cool. There's not really a cookie cutter character that feels like any other character in this movie.
Yeah, what a strange hotel cast. Those guys were fucking all characters. Yeah, the owner or whatever reminded me of the serial killer Bob Berdella. Looked just like him. I was trying to pinpoint where that guy was from, but
I think it looked like Mario. But
yeah,
I want to jump in real quick and just say with the acting, because before I forget, what I really like about the acting in this movie, like it's not necessarily great, but if you compare it to a movie like Pumpkinhead, where you have Lance Henriksen acting his ass off and everyone else around him is trash, it just makes the bad acting stick out so much more. With this, no one's necessarily like acting at this high level. They're almost all at the same like water level with it. So it almost kind of brings you in and makes it feel like these strange people with this quirky dialogue and these weird ticks or whatever are just how people are in this world. And that's one of the things I really dig about it. There's no like overcorrection with anyone one way or the other to try to bring it up or down. This is just what it is. I think that's pretty cool. Justin, why don't you jump in here?
Well, real quick, Frankenhooker was the same director.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I
definitely came out like 92, 93, 91, something like that. So early 90s.
Okay. Yeah. Then I definitely agree. Like the whole setting, the whole gritty New York, it looked very similar.
This is Henenlotter's first full-length movie. He did a short movie. I think it's called like something about a circumcision that gone murdery. I don't remember what it's called now, but this is his first full-length movie.
Gotcha.
So.
I have one unique point I'll make, but that everyone else hasn't really said yet. But there are a couple things I wanted to expand on with what you guys said, because you're right, Sean. Like, I agree 100%. The look of this movie and just Henenlotter's work in general, just the grittiness, and all the bathrooms are filthy, which I totally appreciate. And I just love the look of his movies, and I'm a sucker for that New York grimy look that we've talked about so many times of the late 70s, early 80s. So that gets me right away and always has. And another thing, two other things. Greg had mentioned the stop motion stuff. That's fucking incredible. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Stop motion, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so cool. And then, John, you said about how, a lot of the acting's kind of cheesy or campy or whatever you want to define it as. But I'm with you in a way that I look at this, and I look at the work of Henenlotter's I have seen, and what I really appreciate about all the cast in his movies is they all seem to commit to the bit, and they're all in on it, and they're going for it, and it always pays off to me. Because to your point, you take another movie where you might have somebody doing a great job, and then everyone else around them, pales in comparison. You never get that with his work. Everybody's just kind of on the same level, and they're going towards the same goal, which I really fucking love. But one of the points I wanted to make, one of my favorite parts of this movie that cracks me every time is you started to describe him earlier, Greg, but the Gallagher Paulie from Rocky mashup lookalike guy, because that's who I think of when I see him.
Yeah.
Him running up and down the stairs multiple times trying to find out what the madness is going on upstairs, and then him yelling at all the tenants to go back to their rooms. I fucking adore it. It's just great comedy, and it never gets old for me. I just absolutely love that part of it.
This isn't a hotel. It's a goddamn loony bin.
Ryan, how about you? What do you like about this one?
So at its heart, it's a movie about family, community, the unbreakable bonds of brotherhood. And it's easily my favorite movie about a deformed Siamese twin with insatiable bloodlust and a panty fetish. I mean, it is what it is. I really liked watching it this time around. Ben, I haven't seen it like 30 fucking years. But I adored it, just for what it is. I do love the hotel manager, as, I thought he was a great character. Every time he fucking stormed up the stairs was hilarious. I looked to see if he was in anything else. Not really, and he's dead, so his resurgence isn't going to happen. I did love, the hooker with the heart of gold. She was wonderful. The scene where they got hammered. Even him standing in the doorway hammered. Very believable. I feel like I've been hilarious at that point in my life where you just stand there kind of wavering back and forth like, can I make it to bed? And I think obviously Belial's pretty fucking unsettling, as cheesy as he could fucking look at times. But I mean, you hear his heavy breathing and shit when he's moving, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then just like, he's so fucking horny. Like, he doesn't have a dick from what I could see. But he's still the only character to really fuck in this movie.
Ryan, you should know by now, as long as you get your goo inside the other person, that's all that really matters.
And there was plenty of goo. I rewound and fast forward, zoomed in, used the latest AI technology to enhance, and there was a good amount of goo. He's a squirter.
The best thing about that is, whether it's after the surgery or after the scene that you're referring to at the end of the movie, anytime that someone picks up Belial and he's a bloody mess, there's always a chunk of hamburger that falls out of the back of him for effect, and it's pretty great. So
I love the sound of the surgery. The sound of the surgery was awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
kind of a fun fact too is as I was watching this movie, it comes up that this film was selected by the Museum of Modern Art for restoration and preservation. Henenlotter provided the original 16mm camera negative for restoration, and the film is now a permanent part of the Museum of Modern Art. What's up?
Woo.
Hey, someone's got to do it. So it's already been said, the look of New York in this is just top shelf. This is right up there with The Warriors and Taxi Driver and any of those where New York just looks like this festering cesspool, and it's amazing. And that's one of my favorite things too. I think my favorite thing about this movie, like all around, is this is just a passion project and a work of love. And when you listen to how this movie got made, like Henenlotter was basically getting the budget on this is around like $35,000, which is pretty low. And most of the time, what he would do, he'd get like $1,000 to $2,000, whatever he needed to do to shoot a scene. Call all like 5 people in the cast back, shoot that one scene, and then go try to figure out how to raise another like $1,000 to $2,000 to be able to afford to shoot the next scene. And the way that the effects are achieved in this, like Greg mentioned, you have the stop motion stuff, which is great. And that's just Henenlotter dicking around with the camera and moving like a little clay Belial around like frame by frame. It's as old school stop motion animation as you can do. And he hates how it looks, but I love how it looks because it's so ridiculous. I love how they turn the like hotel manager's elevator into an office just by doing a little bit of window dressing on it. Knowing so much of how they do the behind the scenes stuff. This is a really good movie to either dive into a commentary track, or if you want to search out In Search of Darkness, Henenlotter pops up on that a lot, and he's not shy about telling you how the sausage is made in this movie. Pun maybe intended, maybe not. I think that's a really fun part about this. And it's been said a couple times here, but Beverly Bonner is like low key the rock star of this whole movie. And Beverly Bonner is great in every Henenlotter movie she's in. Once you know who she is, you start. She's kind of like that person in the movie that you look for because you know she's going to be in a Henenlotter movie. So when she pops up, you're like, "Yeah, there's." It's like Sam Raimi's car in a Sam Raimi movie. You're just kind of waiting for it to pop up on screen. But the bond and the relationship that she forms, she's like the only person who's not like a shithead to Dwayne through this whole movie, with the exception of Sharon. She seems pretty cool to him too. She's the only person who's constantly kind of looking out for him until she's not, and I don't know, she's like the hooker with a heart of gold. How can you not love that? So does anyone have anything negative to say about this piece of cinema that's part of the National Archive or whatever Ryan said?
I got a few things.
What?
So I have the acting in Dwayne's hair as a positive, but I also have it as a negative. And the reason why I have his hair as a negative is because, obviously. And the only really complaint for me is I feel like there was some audio issues. Like some stuff just seemed really quiet at times. For instance, when the guy's like talking about the drugs, like you could barely hear what he's saying, and just some of the audio just felt a little off to me.
Right, when you have one microphone and 7 people to mic, this is
what happens. I get that. I'm just saying it's just a negative.
What do you expect for $35,000, Greg? This guy wants the Godfather. Let's go.
They should have put $34,000 into the sound.
Well, I felt like I watched it on Tubi, and it wasn't this. That seemed like it was dubbed.
Yeah.
That part of him talking. So maybe it's like the version that you saw.
Okay.
I don't know.
It could have been I was watching it at my girlfriend's house too, and every time I have it loud, she's always like, "Hey, can you turn that down?"
Turn that down.
And I'm being in a band,
and then you turn it up, and then you turn it up, and Belial starts screaming instantly.
Right.
Yeah, she's literally like, "I don't want to scare the neighbors." I was like, "Don't. It's okay.
I'm already working on it." So
yeah.
Anyone else have any critiques for this one?
Not me. I fucking love it.
Nothing negative. I mean, you just got to take it for what it is, really. The money that kept getting thrown around, according to Henenlotter, was the entire budget of the movie. So
yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
That's positive for me. I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious. Big flex.
Anytime you can use the budget as a prop, that's usually a good sign. So, but yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with you guys that this movie, I mean, this is a far cry from a perfect movie. Like there's a million things that you could say could be better, could be worse, or anywhere in between. But that's also the kind of movie that this is. You almost have to take it with, not necessarily with a grain of salt, but you have to realize the limitations going in, and like you can't expect Guardians of the Galaxy on $35,000.
Yeah, I mean, again, it didn't like interrupt my enjoyment of the movie. I was just, I was searching, I guess, as a Greg hasn't seen it, veteran. I was trying to just find something.
I think for me, it's like when you see it at 10 or 11 years old, and you're like, they can do this in a movie. I'm just like, I accept it for what it is from that time going forward and appreciate it. So I can't even think about negatives because it's almost irrelevant to me.
Fair enough.
Where do you think Belial shits? He eats all that food.
Well,
No, when
he
they open
has
the
that
basket,
scene.
it's immaculate.
No, I know you're
They
right.
have they have a whole scene where he's sitting on the shitter, and then Dwayne goes in there and has a little heart to heart with him. So
I thought he was hiding in the toilet.
I thought he was giving him a bath.
Yeah, he was hiding. And you're right.
I think he
The
was-
inside of the basket's the cleanest thing in this
Yeah.
movie.
yeah, that's also true.
Where did the panties go? He brings the panties into the basket. Where do they go after?
He ate them. He
He's
devoured
wearing
them.
them. He's keeping his hamburger inside with him.
That's why you
so.
can't see his
You know,
dick.
I have a critique for Dwayne. He goes out and buys the fucking TV for him, right? He's like, you can watch TV while I'm gone, bud. And then just puts it on a shitty staticky channel with like a fucking annoying noise in the back. Like, no wonder the fucking thing freaked out. If I heard that for fucking 10 minutes, I'd wreck the fucking room too in the greatest scene of claymation known to man.
It's also one of the greatest, like, just rage out scenes that are
Oh
in
my
existence.
God. It's amazing.
So- yeah.
He feeds that fucker raw hot dogs too, by the way. Right out of the pack.
We've all known a raw hot dog, kid.
Most hot dogs are actually cooked before you finish.
Oh, I know,
cooking them,
I know
so
they
it's
are.
probably fine. So it's not like it's real food in there. So
Right.
does anyone else have anything they want to talk about, positive or otherwise? Since apparently we're just going to love on this one.
I fucking love this movie.
Well, that's fair. In that case, let's hear what some other people had to say. So, not Justin or Justin, you have Letterboxd, I'm assuming, and Greg, I'm assuming you said you have a bunch of responses for this. So let's hear what other people have to say about the movie Basketcase.
I just have a couple from Letterboxd. I'll get them out of the way quick. So Justin on Letterboxd, no, not me. He says, I was trying to figure out who Belial reminds me of now, and I realize it's my cat. I'd love to see Justin's cat.
Yeah, we
I
need
to see
pictures.
that today. Yes, I got to track this guy down.
I hope that cat sounds like Belial too.
I know. Edith on Letterboxd, and by the way, this totally is the movie in a nutshell. Edith says, just two brothers trying to make it in New York. There you go.
More or less. So,
All right.
Greg.
I got some stuff from Instagram and some stuff from Facebook. First off, we got To Born or Not to Be movies. We got Love It. Love all of Henenlotter's stuff. The whole franchise is fun as heck. 6 slices. And of course, we're dealing with the famous Crustometer, which is a 1 through 8. Because a normal pizza is 8 slices. Everybody knows that. Pretty killer
somebody came
podcast.
talking about a normal pizza is 1 slice and it all goes to me.
Some
Just fold
motherfucker
it up.
came into my work and wanted me to cut their pizza into 16 slices the other day.
Holy shit.
You,
That's
Fuck
sir,
yourself.
are an asshole.
yeah, you guys only have small pizzas too. That would be some really tiny pieces.
Tiny hands.
Tiny hands.
It's basically just breadsticks. That's annoying.
Yeah, I was there. I know.
Pretty killer podcast. I'm giving it all the slices. Ooey gooey fun. We
Gooey
got,
gooey is right.
Heavily gooey, yeah.
we got XX Pearly X. Who doesn't love a story about a man shaped like a giant ravioli and his parasitic twin coming to the big city to get surgically separated in the hopes to find love? Inspirational. This gets all the crusty baskets Belial can fit in.
That was great.
Yeah.
I kind of mad that I forgot to mention that how entertaining the look of young Dwayne is while Belial is still attached to him.
Oh
While
my
they have
God.
This giant like goiter with arms and teeth just hanging out the side of him with this like clearly cut with a butcher knife shirt that's just got him sticking out. That's I know the movie wouldn't happen if we didn't have the surgery because that's like a huge plot point in the movie. And yes, this movie does have a plot, but I would have been fine with seeing like a prequel of Belial and Dwayne just having like playing soccer, going to the ice cream truck, doing, kid things for like an hour. So
Dissect that film pod. I love all the wacky stuff that comes out of Frank Henenlotter's head. Belial and Co. bring some truly unhinged moments that live in the perpetual what the fuck world. That scream will never leave my dream. I'll always give extra points for any stop motion animation. 6 out of 10 for this, even though he means
That's a weird pizza.
5 out of 8. Math. I do math like RFK, so I can't. All right.
you cut it. It's
Does that
off
mean
after
it's
he
good?
died.
Spuds McKenzie. This movie is weird and good. 4 out of 8 crusties.
Impossible. Weird and good. No such thing.
Kind of my
J.
whole
Lewis
aesthetic.
can't lose. Says he's never going to get that scream out of his head. No score.
Wow.
Pizza Bones co-host and Why We Love co-host Kate from Down Under says,
Oi.
she said, I would give it a 4. It's kind of it's fucking crazy and kind of a fun watch, but also a bit shit.
Hey, come on.
I mean,
The shit's
Well,
a
that's
tequila.
never going to make the sub series Why We Love.
Maybe she'll come around.
I can come on as a guest.
Okay, back in business.
And we're back. You got me back. Edgar Snow Dollenbeer III. This is from Facebook.
It's a hell of a name. I was
It
going to
is.
say, that's a hell of a handle.
Yeah, it says great low budget horror comedy. It's gory and creepy. Not the best acting, but it's a solid 7.5 for what it is.
All right.
My buddy Gabe Price says one of the funniest movies in existence.
Oh, so you're calling Gabe your buddy now? You guys aren't buddies.
One of my Facebook friends, Gabe. My buddy Chris, aka Hawk, says it's pure 80s cheese. It kind of missed out on being scary. 7 out of 8 crust.
Oh!
We got friend of the network, BP from Let's Talk Horror Channel, said, I'd say I'd give Basketcase a 4 out of 8. It's a wild, wacky
What?
movie with
God damn it,
wild and
BP, we're
wacky
going to
characters.
fight.
He's like the 1 out of 5 stars. Amazing. You know? Hell.
He said it's a wild, wacky movie with wild and wacky characters. Is it a movie for everyone? No, but it is a movie that everyone should see at least once. Yes. It's a movie that is part of the history of horror, one that a lot of us remember from our childhood, so give it a watch because everybody needs a little Belial in their life. Crying movie.
Everyone needs a little nostril
And then-
picker too, BP.
And then he gives it a 4 out of 8.
I love it. 0.
We'll never watch again. 5 out of 5. Would not recommend.
My boss from Sullivan Tire says 5.5 out of 8.
Needs more tires.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm tired of that movie.
Not enough rubber. Belial's rubber, but there's not enough rubber in the rest of the movie. Doesn't
Gonna
even
go
use
watch
the
rubber
rubber.
instead.
My girlfriend Michelle, I forced her to watch this like twice. She gave it a 5 out of 8. And she said we should be doing this on a scale of 1 to sleepaway camp.
I want to
I
break
kind of
up.
like that, you know. Greg, what was her? You said you made her watch this or watch this with her twice.
I got a lot of looks.
Did her opinion change from the first watch to the second watch?
I think so. I think she enjoyed it the second time around. She's like, why are we watching this? We already watched this. I'm like, I got to take notes again. I got to watch it again. I got to really
Gotta hear
absorb
Belial
this
again.
thing. Yeah.
You know, Greg, you'd be a lot sexier if you didn't have a lower body.
Is this why you got the jeans? Because you made her watch Basketcase twice, so you had to wear jeans in exchange?
I'm wearing jeans now. I actually wore
You're a
pants
jean
at
guy.
work today. My bosses saw me today. They're like, wow, you're wearing pants today. I was like, yeah. Didn't wear sweatpants. So
Buttons. Ooh,
buttons and everything and cargo, pockets just in case I needed to carry a little Belial in my pockets.
Just be careful with those zippers, Greg. They have teeth.
Hey.
All right. So last but not least, we got the Don Scott from You Run Podcast says for practical effects, it's an 8 overall. I feel it's overrated and holds a place for nostalgia scoring. I give it a 5. I give it a 5 at best.
You blimey Brits, you need to just learn what good schlock is.
And then he said, oi, oi, pip, pip.
Oh, that's good. So this is as good a time as any. Let's start changing things up and have some fun with this movie. And I'm going to start with Ryan this time. Ryan, you can either do a double feature or you can just recast some people, whatever you want to do. How are you making Basketcase? I don't know if you can make it more fun, but a more interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I would just see my only cast exchange would be Belial for Danny DeVito. It makes sense. It makes the effects
Might
easier
fit in the
to
basket.
do. Exactly. I mean, this is just from a practical standpoint. That would be the way to go.
And then I just
as far-
started blasting.
as far as the double feature, I'd probably watch this with Critters. I haven't seen Critters in a long time. I watched them pretty close to each other when I was a kid, and I'm just in for that little creature feature night, baby.
All right, well, I'm going counterclockwise from how I'm seeing it. So, Sean, you're up. Whatever you want to do, double feature, add people, one other, whatever.
I would definitely double feature this with Brain Damage. If you haven't seen Brain Damage, I feel like that's probably Henenlotter's best movie. It actually looks really good, which is kind of surprising considering who's directing, and I'm sure they probably had maybe $35,001. Recast, I would just let him carry the whole movie. I would recast Belial, and I would put Terry Kaiser in there because I want to see what the world's greatest actor, an acting treasure, like a national treasure, could do in the role.
Now, if Terry Kaiser plays Belial, is Belial dead through the majority of the movie, or is he alive through the movie?
Terry Kaiser can do it all.
Choice?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
It doesn't. You can do whatever. He could be in the costume. He could be like a big grimace, but flesh colored. Why not?
Oh shit! He's Bernie. Weekend at Bernie's.
Terry Kaiser is everything.
If we're gonna add a tagline to this, I vote for flesh colored grimace.
Ryan,
It's like a big skin tag.
Greg, you're up.
all right. So I would replace Belial with Warwick Davis.
Perfect.
Let Warwick Davis do his thing. I think he could definitely fit in the basket.
My favorite
Not bad.
Typecasting, but okay.
And he'd be like,
favorite
Kaya!
actor.
Yeah. He's not a daikini. And I would replace Dwayne with the character Pee Wee Herman, played by Paul Rubens, and let him carry around Warwick Davis all movie long and let the shenanigans ensue.
You can put the basket right on his bike.
Yes. I can't do it. And my double feature would be Frankenhooker, because I had, equally amount of fun watching that movie as I did. Like the whoever plays the main guy in Frankenhooker had me laughing the whole time. He was hilarious.
Jeffrey Friends.
Oh my god, that guy was fucking hilarious.
Also in RoboCop 3 for like 2 seconds.
That's right.
Shit.
I've only seen RoboCop 2.
Good. Well, sort of. RoboCop 1 is better, but just skip 3.
That's good.
Yeah,
Two's pretty good.
three shit.
I was gonna watch 1 and 3, but I got addicted to Nuke. I always call it Newt, like I'm mainlining the girl from Aliens.
Yeah, maybe
Close enough.
Don't say that, Greg. That sounds bad.
Justin, how about you?
Well, my double feature's already been taken because I also went Brain Damage because, I think it's the perfect choice. But I do have some recasts. So get this. Michael Richards as Kramer as Dwayne. Okay, you got that. He has to be Kramer as Dwayne. And then Jerry Stiller.
Second time in a row, we've had Kramer show up as a recast, and I'm here for it. So
That's right. And then Jerry Stiller as Frank Costanza as Belial.
You want a piece of me?
love it. Love it. So for me, my double feature, as much as I love Henenlotter, I went with another movie it was shot in 80s New York. It looks like 80s New York, but it's got all kinds of other fun backstory behind it. I'm going to change the genre altogether and go with New York Ninja because I want dirty, grimy New York. I want all the bad acting, and I want all the dubbing of things that happened like 30 years after the fact. That movie is just a lot of fun, and I'll be laughing all night. For my recast, every single doctor in this movie, there's 3 or 4 doctors that Dwayne and Belial go to visit. They're all going to be played by George Clooney with different shitty makeup on. So he can have like the goatee or something like that. He could have like, a blonde wig. I don't really care, but it's going to be George Clooney playing every doctor and getting, murked by Belial and Dwayne. The other one I want to do is I want to swap Belial with Tommy Wiseau. And I want to keep him in the box and have him doing as much screaming as possible. But I also want him to, I'm going to just let Tommy Wiseau ad-lib whatever dialogue he wants. So,
That's the guy from The Room, right?
yes, it is.
Greg.
Okay.
I don't think you'd
He
have a
also
choice
has
with that
his own-
anyway, John.
He also has his own film that came out a couple years ago called Big Shark, which I can't seem to find anywhere, and I want to watch.
Fuck.
So that leads us to the end of this. We got through this quick, it feels like, but how does this hold up? How do we feel about this? And we're going to start with Ryan again. Ryan, because Greg gets to finish this since he's the rookie in this year. So Ryan, what are your thoughts? How does it hold up? Crustometer it out, whatever you want to do. Tell us about Basketcase.
Look, man, obviously nostalgia driven for me. Big Fangoria magazine kid, so that's where I got, this love for the movie from to begin with. And the acting, it makes it seem like the trauma movie actors are Oscar worthy. But that's all the fun in it. I mean, that's the whole fun of this fucking series, is watching these fucking great 80s cult classic fucking creature feature gore fest and just having fun with it. I mean, I don't take anything too seriously, so I'm not going to take rating this film too seriously. So that's why I'm saying 8 out of 8 Crust with hot dogs on top.
Oh,
Fuck,
shit.
mic drop, sluts.
Finish him.
Sean, I don't know how you're going to top that, but you're up.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to top it. I'm just going to say the thing that I like about Henenlotter is he always does a lot with a little, and he seemingly does it with whatever, like Justin said earlier, like they can make movies like this. He does whatever bizarro story that you can think of, even with like how laughable Belial looks on screen. He's still very menacing. Every time he pops out of that basket, it's still very like disturbing to see. You're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on here? The movie's funny as hell, but it does have some of those elements of horror, mostly surrounding Belial again showing up and being disgusting and gross. This is like a weird Jekyll and Hyde kind of feel for a grungy early 80s movie. It's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it, Greg, hint, but now you've seen it, so I can't use that joke anymore. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan. If I could give it a rating, I'd give it like 7 slices.
So for me, I'm right there with Sean. I'd give it 7 out of 8 too. This is exactly, if you just say like make a wheelhouse of films and like a style of film that you like, this is everything that I want in a movie. It's raunchy, it's perverse, it's gross, it's funny, and it's full of horror elements, and it's got amazing performances. So it's not a perfect movie, and that's why I put it at 7 out of 8, but it's one of those movies like, whether it's this one of the sequels, or pretty much anything with Henenlotter's name on it, if you're like, hey, we're going to sit around and watch some Henenlotter stuff, you don't have to twist my arm. So, Justin?
Yeah, I'm with everybody. This movie rocks. It's a ton of fun. The acting is actually really awesome. The characters all work well together. The effects are low budget gold. I think this is a movie you can have fun with watching it all by yourself, but especially with a group of people. And it is one I will continue to go back to. I have a ton of nostalgia, just like Ryan talked about, but I also just really fucking appreciate this movie for everything it is. And I'm totally with you guys. 7 out of 8 for me.
And that leaves us with Greg, who has seen it. Greg, how do you feel about Basketcase now that you have seen Basketcase?
So it's funny. Any person I've ran into in the real world and said like, "Hey, I'm about to watch Basketcase," they all just fucking lose it and laugh because the nostalgia they have for this movie. It definitely holds up. I think I had a blast with this movie, and during this journey of Greg hasn't seen it, this has to be one of the funnest movies I've watched. So the cast was wild, the acting was terrible, and I loved it. I'm here for that. Belial was one of the most ridiculous creatures I've ever seen in any movie, and it made me laugh almost the whole time. This movie was fucking hilarious. The effects, as cheesy as they were kind of cool. When that doctor has all the scalpel sticking out of her face and she's just screaming like, "Ah!" Like, we had to turn that down. You better believe that. But yeah, just a really fun movie. I would give it 7 out of 8 Boglins.
7 out of 8 what?
Boglins.
Oh,
Just
I
look
still
up
don't know
the
what hell
fucking
that
bog.
is.
God damn it.
I looked it up. Yeah, I remember them. Gross.
They come in cages
Well,
too,
I'm
not
glad that's
baskets,
been
but they come in little cages.
I come in cages, baskets, boglins. I come anywhere, really.
Boxes.
Easy, Danny McBride.
Greg, how many people were you talking to saying, hey, man, I'm going to watch basketball? You're just stopping kids on the street.
Everybody
Like,
came across.
I stopped a couple kids on the street. I asked my grandfather, talking to my mom.
I'm more impressed that they were excited for you. I thought you were going to follow that with like, what the fuck is Basketcase? You mean the Green Day video?
I'm actually thinking Greg made that whole thing up and none of that ever happened.
So the guys at my work,
all the people coming in to get their tires changed, and some little old ladies like, I need a new tire. It's like, I'm going to watch Basketcase.
I drop off to a lot of places, so every place I drop off, I said, hey, guess what I'm watching? Basketcase. And if they have a reaction, then, cool. If not, they'd be like, who the fuck?
You're in New England, so were they like, just put the fucking tires on the car?
Get the fuck out of here, kid. No, I'm in a PlayStation party with like 6 or 7 people, and everybody in that, whether they loved it or hated it, just had like a funny reaction to it. So whether it be the Rogers brothers or Hawk, some of these some of these reviews, I seeked out, like my boss Ryan, like was like laughing his ass off when I was telling him we were watching Basketcase. He's very intrigued by this whole thing in these movies that I haven't seen. He's like, you haven't seen this?
You haven't seen fucking RoboCop?
Yeah. He's like, you haven't seen RoboCop? He's like, you haven't seen Commando? He's like, do you have a dick? I was like, yeah, I do.
I think that's what we said too.
I call it Belial.
He's a flesh-colored grimace.
I call it flesh-colored grimace. Yeah, of course. No. But yeah, I was stopping people on the streets for sure.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. So unless Greg wants to continue talking about accosting people about Belial and his crotch, Ryan, Greg, what do you want to bring us home?
Well, first off, I want everybody to advertise their shows. Let us know what you got coming up on Dewey Pod Monster and what you got coming up on Pop Culture Reflections. And this is probably going to release, probably early June.
Justin, do you even? I don't know what we have going on in June yet, so go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay, so I know probably by June I will have some movies coming out. Like, bear with me a second. I'm thinking, Slumber Party Massacre 2. And then also I got why can I not think of the movie? It came to me, 1981, The Burning. We're covering The Burning, so right in time for summer. So
I think we had her on to talk about that movie too.
What's that?
I think we had her on our episode for that movie too. I think we
cool,
did.
But that, and then we're gonna be Kate and I are gonna be jumping into the year of 1983 on Why We Love. We're gonna talk about a year, so it's gonna be an interesting topic as well.
Tastes like the burning. Dewey Pod Monster.
So we don't have anything planned for June yet. We don't want to think that far ahead because that takes effort. But we drop episode. Yeah, well, that too. I don't know if it's going to take till June for that, but we put episodes out every Tuesday, so you can find us at crap.town, at yourunpodcast.com, all that type of good stuff. If there's anything that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comments on this episode, leave it on our page, whatever the case may be. We have some requests coming up. One of them is from Greg. It's got Larry David in it. I don't remember the name of it right now, but that's okay. And
Clear history.
Other than that,
Clear history.
Other than that, we're just trucking along and talking about dumb shit.
Go back and listen to us yell at each other about Masters of the Universe. That was fun.
And I think you guys should
I don't think
Club Dread as well.
I think that's probably going to be worse, but we'll see.
Need to cover some Club Dread featuring one of the best performances by Bill Paxton ever.
You just want to hear us bitch about another movie. So.
I think you'd like it. It's a good slasher comedy.
And don't forget, I still want you guys to do Microwave Massacre. I can't wait till you guys cover that movie.
I just want you guys to have fun.
That's all we got.
That's all I care about. Just have fun.
Finish her.
All right, well, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. You're all beautiful, beautiful motherfuckers. We're obviously representing the You Run podcast, and we now have a stupid-ass sample board that Greg has. So give it up for Greg's sample board.
I felt the life come out of Ryan's body as Greg hit that fucking...
I'm so upset. I'm just so upset.
You could just...
This shit.
It's like
I know anyone listening to this can't... I know the people listening to this can't see it, but watching his like entire demeanor just deflate every time you hit a button on there is kind of funny. So,
I don't even know how you can see him. I don't even see Ryan.
Whatever.
see part of it.
I got mood lighting. I'm in the shadows. What's up, baby?
You sure about that?
Thanks everyone who listened. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Pod, and YouTube. If you want to join our Patreon for just as low as $1, you can get episodes just like this one up to a week early. We rep You Run Podcast, and check out Dewey Pod Monster Patreon. Check out Pop Culture Reflections Patreon. Help out the shows. We put in a lot of work, and we do it for you. Like Bryan Adams, everything we do it for you. NC.
I hate Bryan Adams. I hate Bryan Adams related riffs.
Oh man.
That cuts like a knife. Wow.
Nice.
All right, well, whatever in Crust we trust or whatever the fuck. I'm out like Belial.
Finish him.
Boglins.
Boglins for life. See ya.